Hi and welcome to another whiteboard testing video. Before I get into today's video, I just want to apologise for the delay in getting a new video out to you. I've personally been incredibly busy and just not found the time to get around to it. And again, this means I want to repeat my invitation to the rest of the testing community. If you have access to a whiteboard or a flip chart or a piece of paper stuck on a wall and you want to record a video, just please go ahead and record it, send it to me and we'll upload it. If you can help, please do. So today's topic, it's a topic that gets a lot of people going. It's a topic that's probably been discussed for a few years, to be honest, a very long time, and it's QA. Quality assurance is today's topic. So I'm going to tell a story before I get into the realms of what QA means and what it doesn't mean. I'm going to tell you a story of a company I joined. So I joined this company, probably been there about 3 days, and they had a big full wall for their Kanban board. And what they had was ready for dev, in dev, code review, awaiting QA, in QA, and done. Now, I disappointed with myself. I think I lasted 3 days before I made a change to this board. But on that third day, I stayed late, got to about 7 o'clock, I think, and there was only one person left in the office, so I got down to work. I printed myself some new signs, and I got myself a chair. Health and safety would have not been happy with me, but I got myself a chair. I stood on the chair and I changed the signs, and this is what I changed them to. So, pretty straightforward, and you probably already know what they are. So I got rid of QA here, and I changed it to test. And I got rid of QA here, and I changed it to test. Now, you might be thinking that I would stop there, but I didn't stop there. I got a new card, and I put it above here, and I called it QA. And then I made some arrows out of paper, really creative, and I made it spread the whole length of the board. So, let me see if I can explain to you why I did this. So, firstly, majority of teams, they even have a board that says awaiting QA or in QA, in my opinion, and the experience of me joining teams like this, they don't mean this is where something gets quality assured. They mean this is where something gets tested. Now by tested, they mean someone who in the company or claims to or has the role of someone who specialises in testing. Most of the time it's a tester, but it could be an engineer or a developer who just has testing skills. That's what they mean here. The awaiting test tends to just mean that we've committed to master and perhaps we're waiting for our build pipeline to go and push it to a development environment or a testing environment. And then obviously we get to the in-test bit, and then, as I said, this specialist person does some testing. Now, saying awaiting QA, to me, just sounds very bizarre. I'm waiting for quality assurance. It's like, are you? Is that a person? Is that a role? Is that a process? What is that? And then to say that something is currently in QA, something is currently in quality assurance, again, doesn't make sense to me. And then technically, at the end of done, you would say that something has been QA'ed, or where is this ticket? Or it's currently being QA'ed. Again, doesn't make sense. And anyone who isn't an expert in the distinction between development roles and processes and steps, just to come along, an outsider just to come along and see that board, it wouldn't make any sense to them. So I changed it to test. To me, now this makes more sense. This still isn't perfect. Do we really need to distinguish between something that's in development and done? Do we need these separate roles? Probably another discussion topic for another time, but something for you guys to think about, and if you mention something in the comments or write some blog posts or things. So I changed it to test, and it just made more sense to me. In this team, I was the test specialist. I was that person. But it doesn't mean that I was always the person doing the testing. I was the specialist though, but sometimes we would do a lot of work in advance so that another development pair would do this and go on. But what they were doing was not QA, they were doing some testing. They were collecting information about the product and they were presenting that back to the rest of the team so we could decide if we wanted to release. We were deciding if we thought this product was of a high enough quality. We weren't saying we assured the quality. We were saying, based on the information we've collected, how we processed that information and shared that with the team, we now think the product is okay to be released. But we didn't say that we've assured quality. Now, why would I move something that says quality assurance to the top and then make 2 arrows? The reason I did it was I wanted to stress to everyone that even if you like the term quality assurance and you think that is a part of delivering software, this is not something that happens at this stage. This is not something that is someone's responsibility or a team's responsibility. It's everybody's responsibility, if you believe in those terms. If you're trying to build a quality product and you're trying to assure quality to the rest of your wider company maybe, it starts here and it ends here. Well, actually, it doesn't even start here and ends there. If this is just a representation of part of the process. Prior to here, you've got deciding what to build, how to build it. And at the end of it, once it's gone live, you've got monitoring it and you've got DevOpsy kind of things. They all could technically be part of quality assurance if you like that term. So that's why I put it up there. I wanted to stress to everybody that it's everybody's responsibility. Everything could be deemed as being part of quality assurance. So I often joke, if I came to your desk and I made your chair more comfortable for you so that you could sit there and do more work, is that part of quality assurance? I've made you more comfortable. Perhaps you would write better code now or do better testing. Have I helped quality? Who knows? But those are the kind of things that it leads to interpretation. But I did say things like, if this was a person or a role, they should technically have the authority and the ability to go and demand change from anywhere in this process. They should be able to go to the developers and demand, I don't know, that you run some analysis on your code base and that you have to have 100% code coverage. Because it's my job on the line here, I'm assuring quality, you need to do what I say to help me do my job. And I haven't met anyone who's had that role. I've had QA roles and I haven't been able to do that. If I went to my development manager and told them to do that in this place, they would have told me to go away. Well, actually, that's not true. They would have invited me for a conversation, but I would have not had the ability to say, do it. That wouldn't happen. So I put it up there. Now, as I said, if this is your role and your job title, can you do this? Can you go and ask to demand changes everywhere? Yeah, you probably can't. But in here, you can probably demand or control how you test. You can probably demand how you decide what to test, how you report testing. You could probably do that, but you won't be able to do this. Now, the other side of this idea was, I wanted to show everyone it's everyone's responsibility. But I wanted to also indicate that everyone does different things. Now, to build a great product, everyone in all these, what these columns represent, they should be doing their damnedest to build a quality product. They should be doing everything they can in their little section that they do to build a quality product. And then, any ideas and suggestions they have in other teams, they should be able to just go and share them. And say, Richard, have you thought about testing this? Or have you thought about improving this? Or building this tool? And I should be able to go to development and go, yeah, have you thought about adding a unit test here? Or have you thought about doing it this way? Or adding a feature flag? Or logging this comment? We should be able to do that. So in theory, you could argue this should go unspoken. This QA, it should just be this mystical thing. It just happens when you put good people in a room. They will do good things. They will build good things. It shouldn't be someone's role to go around demanding things and stating things. So I put it up there just to represent that. If I was there today still, obviously I would have taken it down by now, because hopefully we would have all been having discussions about what it takes to build a quality product. So I'm going to list a lot of references at the bottom of this video, because a lot of people have had this discussion about QA. But if you really are, if you do have QA in your title and you're using it to mean quality assurance, I don't believe you can assure quality. You can do your best to test, you can get as much information as you can, present it to everyone as best as you can, use visualization techniques, but you're not assuring quality. You're just saying, with the information we have, this is, you tell me if you think this is a quality product. You can give your own opinion, of course you can. You can get all the information and say, I believe this is a really quality product, but you're not assuring quality. So, again, have a read of the materials, have a think about it, and please engage in some discussion, because I know this is a hot topic. But hopefully this represents that I was trying to show in the context where I was, that quality is everyone's responsibility and it's not a role. And if it was a role, that person or that team would have a lot more authority across the whole of the company. And I don't believe they exist, and I don't believe we would want them to exist. It would be awful. So, it's about everyone trying to focus on quality and actually realise what happens at this stage. And most of the time in this stage, it's actually testing that's taking place by someone with testing expertise. It is not quality assurance. So, please share, please review, please comment. If it inspires you to write a blog post, please write it and let us know about it. We'll try and get some more discussion going on the topic and have a serious think about it. And to Phil Kirkham, I hope you enjoyed it, and I will post your blog because it's one from probably the longest time ago. So thank you all for watching, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.